Hey party people, welcome to this next lunar cycle. If life is a dance, a new moon is like the start of a new song. Predictably, we change songs and tempo every 29 days or so. This is one of the few predictable things in this crazy, beautiful life, and aren't we thankful for that? So let's talk about it. In this moment, the days surrounding Saturday, May 16th, 2026, we are completing a spicy and heated Aries tango and now waltzing into insert a more laid-back genre here. That last song was a bit of a crash out, but at least things are in motion now, better than flailing in place. All that Aries energy in the last 29 days had life going boom, 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 one thing after the next. Taurus energy isn't like that as much, so expect things to slow down a bit this upcoming month. It could even be yourself who is choosing to slow down a bit, largely because you just can't be bothered. It's the Taurus way. With the recent booming energy, many seeds got planted. So much has happened each week in the last cycle, and perhaps even most days. Sorry if you have whiplash or perhaps even some scrapes and bruises. A time was had. By the way, if you want to take all these seeds and create a thoughtful garden of focused intentions, it may be wise to reflect on what all got lit up in your reality this past month. Notice which are sprouts that you want to nourish to bloom and which are weeds that you want to remove to create more breathing room. So much has happened that it could be good to pause and dissect it a bit. So here we are walking into this next cycle, hopefully feeling a bit more lighthearted, at least just a smidge. There's still plenty going on and a full mix of emotions. However, our general mood may be a bit more sensual now, with a stronger desire to slow down, to stop and smell some roses. Taurus energy allows us to be more sensitive to our enjoyments and pleasure. That in itself is such a valuable awareness, not to be overlooked or taken for granted. Feeling and seeing what we most enjoy helps calibrate the reading of our internal compass, the one that helps us dial in on what is right for us as a unique soul. This compass allows us to read whether we're in forward motion, on our most authentic and energized path, or not. Meanwhile, in the background frequencies, perhaps there's a touch of building foreboding and dystopia, given the current world events and the way things are unfolding. We're stopping and smelling some roses while the world is simultaneously on fire. Heavy stuff that was lurking in the shadows is becoming more visible. Here's a glimpse behind the curtain with some astrological energies I'm translating here. We have Venus in Gemini ruling this new moon. She is sextile Mars in Aries. Uranus in Gemini is applying to a T-square with the lunar nodes and also on its way to aspecting Pluto. Pluto is freshly stationed retrograde in Aquarius. Last but not least, Mercury in Taurus is fresh out of a cazimi and has some newfound clarity. We are carrying these vibes into the entire next lunar cycle. First, let's look at the ruler of this moon, Venus in Gemini. This tells us a lot about the general feel and focus of this next month. Venus in Gemini is a bit of a party girl. She loves bouncing from fun thing to the next, engaging her mind and being a chatterbox. She is open to new experiences and fascinations. Venus in the sign is less interested in being bogged down with heaviness and prefers to keep things light and moving forward. This new moon combines the Gemini lightness with Taurus, which is self-focused and has a strong preference to be relaxed and enjoying the here and now. Overall, this Venus energy wants to enjoy life in a buoyant and playful way and doesn't have time for what gets in the way of this. She cannot and will not be bothered Honestly, she's pretty darn good at dissociating from what bothers her. Can be a good and bad thing. Next, let's look to what aspect Venus is making. Who is she chatting with? Mars. That can be a flirtatious combo. It can also be a bit threatening, as Mars is the planet of war and general threats to safety and comfort. Pick your poison, am I right? Simply said, there's a strong Mars presence in this new moon, but nothing as crazy as the previous lunation. Life could still be a bit heavier than we'd prefer right now because Saturn is co-present in Aries with Mars. It's a bit of a womp womp instead of a hubba hubba, if that makes sense. But who knows, I'm sure plenty of people are experiencing a bit of both. Meanwhile, our crazy uncle, Uranus in Gemini, is influencing the ruler of this moon, Venus, just by sharing its sign. Uranus is not actually an uncle in astrology, but I dig the crazy relative imagery for this example. Expect some shocking and unexpected breakdowns and breakthroughs this month. Sorry about that. Please don't shoot the messenger. Also, thanks to Uranus, technology and how you are using it may be more front and center. Pluto retrograde is applying to sextile with Neptune and Aries. Pluto retrograde is also applying to trine with Uranus and Gemini. I plan on expanding on Pluto retrograde and Aquarius separately, as I've been noticing a lot around this. To keep our new moon insight more clear and concise, let's just recognize that Pluto, Lord of the Underworld, is more loud right now with its retrograde station, plus upcoming aspects to other planets in the sky. Due to this loudness, we may be seeing what's been in the shadows and/or embarking on our own journey into the underworld to uncover and transmute some things. I think the sextile to Neptune and Aries is creating a more pronounced dystopian imagery. Just my take. Last thing behind the curtain, Mercury is fresh out of a cazimi. I like and appreciate this feature of this new moon chart. This is a very clarifying thing, and who doesn't appreciate clarity? Clarity feels holy. It's grounding. This new moon offers us a more purifying and grounding energy thanks to this refreshed Mercury in Taurus. We will take it, right? Considering how chaotic things have been and still are, just accept this little win amongst the losses. Anything helps. All right, take care. Listen to your inner compass. It makes the world better when you choose soul alignment and sync up with your true nature. Make this 29.5 days your best. See y'all.